Conor McGregor says Michael Chandler next December, then the Gaethje BMF title, and then we'll do Nate Diaz trilogy. Okay, so first and foremost, I think it's very interesting that Islam Makhachev isn't on his mind at all. He's like, I don't even. He could do his thing over there, being a champion. He good over there. These are the guys I want. It's just very interesting to me. With that said, I think Michael Chandler knocks him out at this point in time, just because he's got. I mean, listen, man. Michael Chandler, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. For Conor McGregor, this isn't the opportunity of a lifetime. Conor McGregor had and seized his opportunities of his lifetime. The Jose Aldo KO, the Eddie Alvarez, the Nate Diaz rematch. He has achieved his mountaintops, Conor McGregor. His heights are no longer there to be set. The only thing he could do now is like rattle off 3 wins in a row, which to me, if you just go based off of what we're seeing, right? So, for example, the Conor McGregor that did those things, the Conor McGregor on the rise that beat Jose Aldo, that beat Chad Mendez, Eddie Alvarez, all these guys, Dustin Poirier the first time, Nate Diaz, the guy who did all that was not racing on Lamborghini yachts. He wasn't doing that. He was not pouring forged stout in Anthony Joshua's mouth after he just, you know what I mean, like silly dumb shit. He wasn't doing silly dumb shit. He wasn't getting caught up on certain allegations. He wasn't, at least not publicly, constantly cheating and doing these things on his girl. Just the kind of man that he's become is degenerate and deplorable. But he's still fly boy. Look at him. You know what I mean? He still shows up in the suits and he does all that, you know, the fly shit. But overall, like, if you really look at the situation, it's like, bro, he's not the same guy. And Michael Chandler is that guy. Michael Chandler is the guy that is training 2-a-days and training all the time, you know what I mean? Training with really good guys too, you know? Like, who is Conor training with? You know, who? With that said, Chandler's also the more active guy, whereas Conor, he hasn't been active. He's coming off the leg break injury, you know? And listen, Conor McGregor, in my personal opinion, in his peak, 2016 Eddie Alvarez, right before the Floyd Mayweather fight, Conor McGregor is untouchable, bro. I think that Conor fights Khabib, and even, let's say he doesn't win, dude, he gives Khabib hell of a tougher fight. I think he does. Like, I just think he was so active. He was going into everything. He was throwing the kicks, the punches, everything. He wasn't so, you know, he didn't become a one-dimensional fighter. He was still flowy with the movement. He still had the confidence. He wasn't drinking all the time. You know what I'm saying? That Conor that was on that path, I think, is one of the best ever. And the Conor we have now, the one who's punching mascots and, you know, all these things, that, and even the family man side of Conor, right? Like Conor was talking about Jose Aldo having that as a disadvantage to him. Like, oh, he's a family man. He's got his family. He's taken away from that. All I've got is MMA. All I've got is this game, blah, blah, blah. He didn't even mention D back then. He would just say, all I've got is this. I've got nothing else. You know what I mean? And that's how focused he was. And that's kind of how you have to be. You have to be very selfish in sports and things like that. A lot of athletes are very, very selfish. And, you know, with good reason. With that said, now Conor can't do that. Now he's a family man. Now he's got Black Forge Stout. Now he's still got Proper 12. He's got August McGregor. He's shooting movies. He's got a leg injury. He's got all these things now that he didn't have before. And overall, I think what Khabib said is very true. You don't have two primes, and I don't see Conor McGregor fulfilling this. I don't see him knocking out Michael Chandler next. I don't see him fighting Gaethje after that, right? Like, here's the deal. Conor McGregor has 2 fights left on his contract. I think Conor loses the next fight to Michael Chandler. Obviously, if Conor McGregor wins, you know, I'm hoping he wins. I'm actually hoping all of them saying right now is false. Conor comes out and knocks people out. I think it's better for the sport. I think it's more fun to watch. I think all that shit's gonna happen. However, I have to go by what I've seen, and from what I've seen and the way things are trending, I would be dumb to think, oh, like with my pattern recognition skills, I would be dumb to go, okay, yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah, Conor's gonna come back and knock out Chandler, knock out Gaethje, knock out Diaz. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be dumb to think that. So it is what it is. Again, with that said, he's got 2 fights left on his contract. I think he loses to Chandler. I don't know who you give him after that, but I think he potentially loses that fight too. And even if he doesn't, and if he wins, he's gonna try to demand so much money from the UFC that the UFC will say he could go try to get that elsewhere, and Conor will. Conor will break away from the UFC. Conor will then, what's the word I'm looking for? Do his own promotion, McGregor Promotions, and he'll probably end up fighting Jake Paul. And then I think Jake Paul knocks Conor McGregor the fuck out in boxing. And it's so sad that I have to say that, but it is what it is. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm feeling. We'll see. Come back to this video 3 years from now, whatever you want to do, right? But yeah, man, that's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree with me, disagree with me, doesn't matter. Join the discussion, and please follow for more. Thank you.